Hey guys, welcome back. And for today's episode, we have a very special guest named Jeremy Azevedo, who used to work with us at Machinima, and we both don't work there anymore. But I mean, you basically caused me and Elliot and Kale.
Yeah, I started ETC back in the day. I'm sorry.
Well, it's okay. What are you doing now?
Well, I'm working on this thing with Addy Shankar called Bootleg Universe.
All right. Well, don't check it. Watch this video first, and then go check out Bootleg Universe.
That's a great idea.
But you can start this one.
Okay, well, even with public rating and review systems in place for a majority of online retailers these days, there's still some risk involved with making a purchase from a brand or company you haven't used before. And in what we can only imagine is the very cutthroat world of furry costume design and manufacturing, there are bound to be people out there who will be heartless enough to take advantage of people who just want to live their lives as foxes and other animals.
But before we get into the main story here, we should probably reiterate that back on our old channel, we even said this before. To be completely honest, we have absolutely no problem with furries or juggalos, and
none whatsoever.
Although neither Elliot nor I have ever suited up and yiffed our way over to a furry convention or meetup, we have had the absolute pleasure of attending multiple ICP concerts and found their fan base to be one of the most friendly and welcoming.
Multiple? Like how many are we talking here?
We both have been to 2 actually, together. So when they came around again, we're like, we need to go again. Yeah. It was that good the first time. Anyways, yes, their fan base, the Juggalos, very friendly, very welcoming. So not sure if Jeremy here is a furry or not, but if he is, that's fine. We don't have to ask him about his personal life.
Be our little secret.
Yeah.
The reputation of the typical furry seems to be dragged through the mud as much as the reputation of the Juggalo. The very fine Juggalo people, as Ricky has stated. But they've also had their fair share of great press, too. On a previous episode of Weekly Weird News, one of my favorite shows, Elliot and Ricky discussed one such incident where a woman from Michigan who volunteered at a local nonprofit that helps connect veterans with therapy dogs brought her pet to the Motor City Furry Con thinking it was an event for animal lovers. She was probably a bit shocked to find that this was actually a convention for people who dress up like animals and may or may not find sexual gratification in the whole lifestyle. I think there's definitely a may.
There is.
Are there people who don't?
I think that I think once you when you're working your way into it. See, I don't know. I'm not like a furry expert. We have done many stories about them, but I'm still not sure if you have to. I'm sure you don't have to have sex, but I don't know if that comes along with it.
It's just like, you don't even have to be really looking for furry stuff. Like if you literally go to DeviantArt at all,
but if you go to DeviantArt for anything, you're gonna see all the sex stuff.
Sexy and all ripped and shit. Like you never see fat, ugly furries, right?
Well, if you went to DeviantArt and looked up Care Bears, you're gonna find Care Bear porn. So
yeah, well, I guess it's just
the Care Bear cock stare.
It's more of a statement on DeviantArt than it is on furries.
Yeah, on furries. Right? Yeah, like I'm sure that there are at least some furries who do not have sex in their costumes.
I mean, what we're talking about here is a kid who's a furry. So I guess
Yeah, no.
I didn't know that kids are into furry stuff. I thought that you had to be like an adult. That's true.
Anyways, back to the story about the furry convention and the lady who just accidentally stumbled into it. She and her dog named Blink, they had a great time at that convention. The community embraced both of them, and she was even able to educate and promote her Pets for Vets charity to a group of people that would have otherwise never even known it existed. Truly a heartwarming tale. And by the way, the pictures, they're just precious of this dog just being embraced by the community.
Can't argue with that.
Nothing sexual involved with the dog and the furries, I swear. Everyone left happy. Well, anyways, this week we saw a crossover event we weren't sure would ever exist and couldn't have predicted. Sadly, it wasn't the crossover that got it right, at least initially, but when an episode of a new YouTube show from Violent J of ICP called Snakebusters appeared over the weekend.
Great name, by the way.
Yeah, there it was. A juggalo and a furry standing side by side.
The imagery was, of course, hilarious, and we're not saying that to be mean, but come on.
Yeah.
Sadly, the story starts off on a bad foot because the entire existence of this show is a means for Violent J to call out the company for ripping people off, and his first episode hit very close to home.
Yeah.
You see, that's no average furry standing next to the Duke of the Wicked. That's his daughter, Ruby Bruce Lee. Is her name really Ruby Bruce Lee? Is Bruce Lee like one name, or is it like?
I don't know what the full how it's spaced out, but I think his real name is Bruce.
Yeah.
So he really gave his name to her, and then was like, oh, it'd be dope. It's probably exactly what he said. Bruce Lee.
Said it that way.
Yeah. It'd be fucking dope.
Ruby Bruce Lee. That's an interesting name for a child. I like it.
Cool name.
Yeah, I'm not mad at it.
Yeah.
And when Ruby Bruce Lee, who has an awesome name, wanted to buy a high-quality furry costume to live her life the way she'd always dreamed, her wicked clown father didn't judge her.
No.
He sat her down And they picked out the one that she wanted, even though, according to her, Violent J has been broke as hell since the 90s.
Yeah.
Has he been? I think they make a lot of money at those like Juggalo festivals.
I'm sure he's doing okay, but I do like the self-deprecating humor that he and his daughter wrote into this show. Yeah. My dad's poor. Even my wife says I'm poor. Yeah. I'm poor. Yeah. Anyways, they did spend a lot of money on this fucking suit, though. Yeah, the suit in question, a product of a company called OISK, who has multiple storefronts on marketplaces like DHgate and AliExpress. This suit cost them a total of $750.
I knew these things were expensive, but I would have guessed like probably like $400.
And I think $750, I think that is probably like mid-tier furry suit, if I could assume for a second.
That's crazy, dude. I bought for a video once. I did this 360 video, like a Star Wars video, and I had to get like a realistic stormtrooper costume. Yeah. And it had like custom stuff and lasers and all kinds of shit. I think the total came to less than $500.
Well, I mean, here's a good example. Bruce Green bought a Batman suit for like a couple grand.
Jesus
and
Christ.
He wore it all the time just because he wanted to get the money out of it, I think. He was always at Comic-Con interviewing
wear something like that?
Comic-Con. I don't know.
Are there other places?
I don't know. Maybe when like you ride a motorcycle, does it offer protection or something?
Yeah, okay.
It confuses me. I don't own a costume. Anyways, you can see the whole costume that she did buy. They show many examples of it. You're seeing it here, but I stress that you should go watch the video because it's very well done.
Pretty great.
Anyways, go watch the first episode of Snakebusters. This suit, according to them, was a total ripoff. She couldn't see out of the eyes. Some of the colors were wrong. The sizing didn't make any sense. The head was apparently too big.
Right.
The hands were made of a quality unbecoming of the furry code. They were just apparently floppy mittens. Long story short, the suit was trash and their money was wasted. Obviously, in the wake of this incident, they found a retailer that met the very high standards set forth by the furry community. But, so they got a new suit, but the fact remains they were pissed about the initial investment.
Rightfully so.
So they did what any family in the entertainment industry would do when they didn't get what they paid for. They complained on social media. That's what everyone does.
But because Violent J is such a showman and could obviously tell that complaining on Twitter is something only boring megastars, stand-up comedians, and YouTubers do, he created an entire show around his experience and dedicated the entire first episode to his daughter's experience of getting ripped off. Now, it should be said that we have no idea if the show has any more episodes planned or if that was simply a way for them to air their grievances against OISK, which they refer to as outrageously insane snaky crooks. But one thing is for sure, if you see a juggalo and a furry walk into your place of business or see an online order from a man named Violent J, you better provide some quality service or you might be the next business to end up on Snakebusters.
I really hope this evolves and then maybe like Fox or the Paramount Network, they can get like, you know how Gordon Ramsay and John Taffer, they go in and like fix businesses. They should have Violent J go in and like try to like fix these online businesses to keep ripping his kids off.
Do you think Violent J has much of an intention in fixing these businesses?
No.
That he's busting these snakes? Or is he just trying to...
He just wants to call them out. He doesn't. You know what? Don't fix your business. I hope you fucking die.
I would love to see his solution for fixing the business.
Yeah.
That would be a great video.
Just provide the fucking suit that you said you were going to sell to me.
For $750. Yeah. God damn, that's all.
How do you fix your business? You provide the quality that you're supposed to be providing.
We should be charging for this. I mean, that's great advice, everybody.
But speaking of shows we didn't even know that we were excited for because they didn't exist before this weekend, Sacha Baron Cohen has recently announced his return to TV with a new character or characters that he's never done before. The promos released over the past few days give a name to the show and provide an immediate release date of, this Sunday. Great. Yeah, the show is going to premiere this Sunday on Showtime. It's going to be titled Who is America? I don't know what kind of phrasing they're going to use. Who is America? Who is America? Or Who is America?
Who is America?
But that's the title. The overall theme of the show is basically unknown, but you could safely assume that thanks to the videos that they provided in the teasers, Baron Cohen will go at least somewhat back to his Ali G and Borat roots as a pro-interviewer who can con almost anyone except Donald Trump.
I don't know how he didn't
con Donald Trump. Donald Trump, too smart up here.
He busted him.
Yeah.
Well, he's seen Borat like 5,000 times.
It's his favorite
probably.
show.
He watches it over and over. He knows it. It is crazy how he keeps getting away with this stuff. It was so many times. Like, how do you not see that it's
right now is the perfect time because he has had some not so great movie releases.
Yeah.
And then he took some time off. And during that time off,
maybe people forgot.
So, yes. Also, maybe people forgot because people have memories of fucking flies now.
Yeah.
And especially people that he would be interviewing for a show like this they still don't watch Ali G or Borat. Borat was the biggest thing, but like he looked completely insane in that.
Right.
So it'd be easier to con them into that.
Well, the other clues here involve what appears to be Baron Cohen dressed up in possibly a few different disguises, many of which look like they'll represent satirical versions of Americans from each extreme of the political spectrum. One clue that we currently have to work with is the fact that a local news station in Augusta, Georgia, outed him as the man behind a character they had on for one of their local shows almost exactly 1 year ago. The only footage released of this appearance is security cam footage from the station, which shows Baron Cohen in full disguise. No one present was even allowed to take photos, and the reports say that he was claiming to be a left-wing college professor from Portland, Oregon, named Dr. Neera Kane.
They blew his cover. Luckily, it got swept under pretty quick, so like everyone, like I said, a lot more important shit going on, so everyone just forgot about it.
I don't remember ever hearing about that.
I think we talked about it on News Dump, I'm not sure, but one day later, and I'm like, shit, something fucked up happened.
Yeah.
I only have so much room in my brain for
That's a constant onslaught.
Yeah. I've already forgotten about Avengers. I don't even know what happened. And that's what they're counting
And we
on.
built up to that for like 10 years, so
Yeah.
on to the next thing.
Yeah. Anyways, the obvious highlight from the promos that went up over the weekend is when he, in whatever character he was playing at the time, has a pretty easy time convincing former Vice President Dick Cheney to autograph a waterboarding kit for him.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
Did he know what it was?
Yeah, he says it to him, and he shows no hesitation about autographing it. He's like, yeah, cool. But
I mean, I think he's like pretty for that.
yeah, the man
he's
fully
like-
supported this form of enhanced interrogation, so I don't see why he would care about signing it, which is very obvious if you watch the clip. But yeah, to us, it seems that this show has the potential to mock all angles of the fucked up political circus that we're constantly living in. And I don't think that he'll single out any one movement. Like, I don't think this is going to be a direct attack on conservatives or the alt-right or even like normal Republicans.
Well, yeah, somebody
I think
from
he's
like
gonna
outside of the U.S. I
Yeah.
think he's got a unique perspective
in
on
one of the
how
shots
crazy
he's wearing,
like all
he's
of
wearing
it
like
is.
the pussy power like pink
Yeah.
cat hat and shit like that. So I think a lot of people are going to get the brunt of this.
I think people are going to not know how to feel about that.
I'm going to love it.
Yeah, I think the majority of people have like picked their side, you know. So that's it's going to be interesting to see how that goes.
I really liked the parts where he was mocking the libs, but when he went after Milo Yiannopoulos, I was like, you're going a little too far.
Yeah, right.
Anyways, who knows? It's going to come out Sunday, so we won't have to wait too long. And hey, why don't you join us and just laugh at everything, including ourselves. But you can still cry on the inside while we witness the world tear itself apart. Anyway, sorry this episode is short. It's my fucking birthday, damn it.
Oh, happy birthday.
Thanks. And I'm going to go home and play some video games after I'm finished editing this and uploading it. But there's plenty of other stuff you can watch too. For one, go check out Jeremy's new channel that he's done in partnership with Adi Shankar. It's called Bootleg Universe.
And it's on YouTube and it's on Facebook.
I was gonna say nobody goes on Facebook, but the opposite is true.
Yeah.
Anyways, go watch it. They take a bunch of fantastic swipes at pop culture. And also be sure to check out the brand new episode of Idiots Watching Anime where Elliot and I sat down to experience Attack on Titan. Elliot's gonna be back next week, but I'll see you back here with Phil Larigo very soon for a new episode of Tech News Day. Thank you for watching. Jeremy, thank you for joining me.
Bye-bye. I'll
It
see
is
you in hell.
100 degrees out. So yes, I'll see you in hell.
What do you mean it's 100 degrees out? It's 100 degrees in here.
That's what I'm saying. It's very hot in here now, but I'll see you in hell in 1 minute when we walk out the front door.
Okay.
Cool. Bye.
Bye-bye.